Hi, I'm Tanya Smith.
And I'm Sherry Queen. We want to invite you to come and be a part of our GriefShare group if you are experiencing grief. It will be one of the most important decisions that you can make at this time in your life.
So most of you probably know my story, but some of you may not. Over the span of about 2.5 years, I lost my mother, followed by my father, and several months later my husband Mike, and then his dad. And it was just a constant state of flux. I hardly got past one loss until another seemed to be right behind it. So things changed daily, and that new normal that I was seeking, I really couldn't find it because of the change and the fluctuation in my circumstances. But one thing does not change, and that is our God. And in Psalms 46:1, he tells us that he is our refuge. He is an ever-present help in time of trouble. So I knew, at least for me, that my first line of defense against all the emotional and spiritual and physical changes that I was going to be enduring would be to run to the Lord, and that's what I did. And I immersed myself in scripture and in Bible study and in prayer, probably more so than I've ever done in my entire life. And after some series of time and events and healing, I declared myself a survivor. But we are not made just to survive. We are made to thrive. About that time, I remember hearing about a group called GriefShare. I had never heard of it before, but it was being offered at a local church in our community. And so I signed up for it, and I went to visit, and I stayed, and I benefited.
My husband, Frank Queen, passed away last November. He and Deb Larson had actually started the grief group here at Friendship. When he started it, he had no idea that I would be one of the ones benefiting from it. It was a hard decision for me to come to grief group. I knew it was starting in the spring. I didn't want to come. And I had told God I thought it was just too soon, that I would come later. But I eventually knew that I really had to come to grief group, that was what God wanted me to do. And it was one of the best decisions I could have ever made, because there I found a group of people who really understood where I was coming from. They understood what I was going through, and they were open to me, and we could be honest with each other. So it was a very good thing for me.
You know, in 2 Corinthians chapter 1, verse 4, God tells us that we are comforted in our affliction so that we in turn can comfort others in their affliction. So it's not enough that we just get to be comfortable. We have been called to reach out to others and to share that comfort with others who are walking the same journey as we are. So if you are struggling with the loss of a loved one, be it recent or long ago, we invite you to come and share with us in GriefShare. It is a biblically based recovery program of sorts for people that are grieving to find healing and hope.
And so I urge you, if you are going through a time of grief, to just come and give GriefShare an opportunity to minister to you. I think you will discover that even though you might have thought that you could survive on your own, that you will be very glad that you came to grief group.